Hey everybody, it's Screaming Screen. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It's the best way to keeping up to date with all of Screaming Screen's great new videos. After a season-long battle, tonight's finale of Supergirl finally saw Kara, Melissa Benoist, and Sam, Odette Hannibal, team up to defeat Train once and for all. Although it should probably be noted that it did take them 2 attempts to best hers on their first try, Kara's poor decision-making led to Allura, Erica Durance, Mon-El, Chris Wood, and Sam getting killed. Luckily, however, she did have a Legion ring on hand and was able to go back in time to try a new strategy, which involved the black kryptonite. While everything seemed okay at the end of the hour, fans were thrown a pretty major twist in the final scene as we were taken to Siberia, where a Kara doppelganger, created from when Kara touched the black kryptonite, was seen walking toward a Russian military base. Further details remain under wraps for now, but executive producers Robert Rovner and Jessica Queller have confirmed that next season will indeed be inspired by the classic Mark Millar tale, Superman, Red Son. Rovner tells TV Line, "For fans of the comics, I think they might recognize that the story we want to tell is inspired by the iconic DC Comics Red Son, which told an alternate origin story for Superman." Queller adds, "What happened if, as a baby, Superman landed in Russia and became a hero there instead of in America? It's in homage to that. The alternate Kara we saw was, of course, not a child, but based on those comments, it does appear that she may be a blank slate of sorts. It remains to be seen whether this new Kara will take on the Power Girl mantle or if she'll adopt a whole new, presumably evil, persona." Meanwhile, it was revealed that Brainiac, the original evil Brainiac, had released a deadly virus in the future that was designed to kill all artificial intelligence, which prevents Brainiac 5, Jesse Rath, from returning to the future until someone can find a cure. With the Legion down as super genius, they ask Quinn, Jeremy Jordan, to join them in the future to help them find a solution. He eventually accepts their offer and is given a proper send-off in the episode's closing moments. Jordan is still expected to recur next season, but judging by that goodbye and the show's history with recurring guest stars, Callista Flockhart, Floriana Lima, Jenna Dewan, Peter Facinelli, it does seem like this may be the beginning of the end for one of Supergirl's closest allies. In addition to Wynn and Imra, Amy Jackson, Mon-El also returned to the future, and TV Line has now confirmed that Chris Wood is leaving the series. Rovner explains, "The plan for Chris was always to have him on the show for 2 years. We've loved telling Mon-El's story, as well as the story we've told for him and Kara. We hope the fans felt that it was a satisfying conclusion." Queller later added, "They both have destinies in different times as heroes. What they did was the sort of Casablanca decision of putting what's most important to them, which is saving the world, first. It's a little bittersweet that one destiny is to be a hero in this time and one's destiny is to run the Legion in another time, but I think they grew a lot from knowing one another. They have respect for one another, and they have a respect for the decisions they respectively made." Even though he may no longer be a series regular, the producers are leaving the door open for potential special guest appearances down the line. "We love working with Chris, so we'd love to have Mon-El back someday if the story takes us there and if Chris is available." Odette Hannibal will also not return as a series regular, but it does sound like she could be back for at least a small arc at some point next season. When asked about whether this was the last we'd seen of Sam and Ruby, Emma Tremblay, the producers replied, "We hope not. We love Odette. She was amazing in this dual role, playing different characters. We fell in love with her as Sam and we were terrified of her as Rain. If it works out, we'd love to have her back for a few episodes next season." John Johns, David Harewood, decided to leave the DO, giving Alex, Kyler Lee, his old position, and follow in his father's footsteps by living amongst the people, doing whatever he can to help. Queller teased, "We're looking to tell much more grounded stories, like we have in seasons past, that reflect the climate we're all living in 2018. Elsewhere, James, Mechhead Brooks, revealed himself as Guardian, which should be plenty interesting for both him and for Kara. "You'll have to wait and see, but it's very cool and it takes twists and turns." James has great stuff coming up. As for Lena, Katie McGraw, Well, it sounds like she's going to be further embracing her Luthor side next season and may continue falling down a rabbit hole that she won't be able to climb out of. Well, what's exciting about the character is exactly what you mentioned. She has two sides to her, and it'll be interesting to see exactly where she'll end up on the good to bad spectrum. That's a story we want to continue to explore next season. No word yet on Allura, but considering she's still alive on Argo City, it's likely we'll see Erica Durance pop up again at some point next year. So, what did you think of the finale? Sound off with your thoughts below. As Superman's cousin, Kara Danvers, aka Supergirl, balances her work as a reporter for Catco Worldwide Media with her work for the Department of Extra-Normal Operations, DEO, a super-secret government organization whose mission is to keep National City, and the Earth, safe from sinister threats. At the DEO, Kara works for John Johns, the Martian Manhunter, and alongside her sister, Alex, and best friend, Windshot. Also in Kara's life are James Olsen, a photojournalist who moonlights as Guardian, a masked vigilante, Lena Luthor, and Mon-El of Daxam, whose planet was ravaged by Krypton's destruction. In Season 3, Kara and team will come up against a new threat in the form of DC World Killer, Rain.